Hey everybody, welcome to Com 300 Interviewers and Interviewing. My name is Megan Montgomery and I am your instructor for this semester. I'm really excited to get started. This is my second year teaching this course, but my first ever time teaching it online, so it'll be a new experience for all of us. I'm sure that a lot of you guys are in HR, business management, communication, so this course is going to be really valuable to anybody, all of you who need to go on and interview and start your career after college. So without further ado, I'm just going to introduce myself, talk a little bit about what's going to happen in this introductory video, and then talk about how the course is set up and designed and what you can expect from this course this semester. So I guess first a little bit about myself. I am a fourth year PhD student at UWM in the communication department, so I will be graduating this year and moving on. I have been teaching at the college level for, 6 years now. That's crazy to me. But so like I said, this is my second year teaching this course. I've been teaching public speaking, I guess, for 6 years now as well. And I'm really excited to have this class in an online format. I think it'll transfer very nicely from the in-person format. So a little bit about these lecture videos. Every week I'm going to be posting videos just like this to just talk about what's going on in the class, to do a lecture over the course material, just so you guys can understand the most important class concepts. And here's some examples from me and what to do with the material. So every week you can expect at the beginning of the week I'll be uploading a video just like this to explain what's going on. And this is going to be a good way for us to connect and for you to stay up with the pace of the course. So be sure to watch these videos every week, as well as keeping up with the course content on Canvas. So next I'd like to talk about a little bit, if my screen will go. I'd like to talk about some of the benefits of great interviewing skills. So obviously everyone is going to need to graduate, move on, and start their careers, and this class is a wonderful option to take to learn how to build some of those skills. So first up, you're going to get career growth and a bigger salary if you can interview well. Your communication skills are very important to employers. They want to know that they've hired someone that is competent and confident and able to talk to anybody and really sell themselves in any interaction. So similarly, you'll learn to overcome fear and build confidence in this class with learning how to interview and being put in different interview situations that you may not have experienced before. You will develop better organization skills. So you are going to learn how to organize your ideas, different topics, and the order, the structure of the interview is something that we're going to be working on, I believe, in week 4 of this class. You're going to develop better leadership qualities. So learning how to think on your feet, learning how to direct an interview and take control of the interview situation. You're going to develop better listening, writing, and research skills. Before every interview, you need to do your research on the subject matter, on the person that you're interviewing, and the whole situation. So you will be developing critical thinking skills as well. You need to be able to think through situations and look at multiple perspectives. And of course, you're going to learn how to think about the world around you in a new way. There's going to be several projects where you have to interview community members and you have to go out and research a topic in the community and create a whole project around it. So we'll get into that a little bit later, but I just wanted to touch on some of the benefits of great interviewing skills. So that is what I hope to help you all develop over the course of this semester. Now, as far as contacting me, the best way is through email. I do get Canvas messages, but I don't get a notification for them. So sometimes a message can sit in my inbox for a while and I am not aware of it. So if you did message me on Canvas, I do try to check them weekly, but the quickest way is through email every time because I have my phone in my pocket and I can answer it really quick wherever I am. So be sure to email me. I usually respond within 24 hours, up to 2 days, depending on how grad school life is going. My office is Johnston Hall 337, so that'll be on the 3rd floor. My office hours are every Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m., but please do schedule an appointment with me beforehand. We can always meet virtually as well, and I can meet pretty much any day of the week. And I'm known to meet students pretty late at night as well virtually, so just reach out to me if you ever need anything. We can set up a virtual appointment or you can come meet with me, but always be sure to email me and check first. Okay, so now before I get into the major assignments of the semester, I just want to take a quick look at our Canvas page. So mine might look a little different than yours because I have things that are not published, but you should see just this first announcement here. You'll see on the side Discussions is something that you're going to need to be aware of. Several points throughout the semester I'm going to have you guys post to the discussion board on our page. And then you can see a list of assignments here, but I have not published the major ones yet. So this week I will be updating all of this. The one thing we do have right now is the course syllabus. So that has an updated list of all of your assignments, all of the due dates, and the whole course schedule is at the bottom. So please be sure to take a detailed read of that. I'm going to go over in this video some of the key points, but be sure that you're familiar with our course syllabus, some of the rules and expectations for the class, and what you're going to be expected to do in the online format. So that is our course syllabus. Throughout the week, I'll be updating all of these major assignment documents with all the proper dates and all that. We don't have to worry about the major assignments right now. It's just week 1 syllabus week. What you do have to worry about this week is this week 1 module. So every week, you're going to look at the week module that we are currently in. This is week 1. And you can click on what's going on this week. I'm always going to have at the very top what's going on this week, and it's just going to be a clear, detailed list of everything that you need to do. So let's take a look at this week, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So this week we're just doing class introductions. There's a discussion post that you need to make that's worth 5 points. And we're going over the course syllabus and expectations. So this week is just kind of a chill week. It's designed to get you acclimated to the course. I want to make sure that everybody has their textbook and everybody just knows what's going on first before we really dive into the meaty stuff. So please make sure that you do order your textbook as soon as possible. This is what it looks like. So interviewing principles and practices. I have this course set up with the 15th edition. I've had students ask, can I get the 16th edition? And I can't give you a perfect answer on that. I know that there are some differences between the 15th and 16th edition. But I haven't read the 16th book cover to cover, so I can't answer that with any certainty. But I do know that I've had students get the 16th edition in the past, and they seem to do okay. So just make sure, if you do get the 16th edition, just make sure that you're keeping up with the video lectures every week, and you're keeping up with the other content in the course, because I'm going to be highlighting the most important parts of the book, and the core concepts should be the same. So for this week, all you need to do is make sure you have your book ordered, and do the discussion board that is due this Friday by 11:59 p.m. Okay, so that is that. Now we'll go over some of the assignments. So these are the major assignments that you are responsible for this semester, going into big screen. So the course is worth 1,000 points, and this is how it breaks down. So you have 9 total reading quizzes worth 180 points, so that means each quiz is worth 20 points. You will get 2 attempts per quiz, and each quiz is due every Wednesday. So the due dates in this class are all going to either be on Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday. So you can see a full breakdown of the course schedule and all the due dates at the bottom of the syllabus. Your first quiz is due next week, Wednesday, on Chapter 1, and I will be posting that tomorrow. So you have the 9 total reading quizzes that typically go week by week, but there's going to be a couple weeks, obviously in a 16-week semester, where we don't have a quiz. So just check the schedule on our Canvas page to stay up to date on when the quizzes are due. I think for the first 5 or 6 weeks of class, you have a quiz due every week, starting next week. Then you have 8 homework activities worth 70 points. So some of the activities are worth 5 points. Some of the activities are worth 10 points. Again, you'll see a full breakdown of when those are due and what the assignments are on our syllabus schedule. So your first homework activity is due this Friday. It's the class introduction. Okay, then you have professional development activity. So this is where you are going out and doing something that will benefit your career or your standing as a student. So you can go to a career fair, you can film yourself doing a mock interview, and there are several different options that will be listed in the assignment sheet, and I will post that this week. But we'll go over a couple of the professional development activities in my next slide. So that activity is worth 50 points, and you just have to do one of them. Then there is a documentary analysis that is going to be due in the middle of the semester. That is worth 50 points. So in the documentary analysis, you're going to be watching a documentary or some sort of interview, a podcast where an interview is taking place. So you're going to be analyzing the questions that are asked, the subjects, do you think the questions were appropriate? And there's a whole guideline to that, but that will be in the middle of the semester. Now, the first major project that we have coming up is the employment interview. So for the employment interview, you are going to get to play the role of both the recruiter and the employee, or the prospective employee. So you're going to be partnered up with someone in the class, and each of you are going to swap turns playing the role of the recruiter and the interviewee or the applicant. So you're going to submit a job posting of a real job that you could see yourself working upon graduation, and then you're going to research that position, and you're going to research your partner's position. And so you are going to develop interview questions as if you are the recruiter, and you're going to interview your partner as if they're the applicant, and then you're going to swap places. So this employment interview is going to take place over a Teams meeting. So me, you, and your partner will hop on a Teams meeting. I believe this is during week 8. I have it scheduled. And you're just going to do a 10-minute interview, swap, and then your partner is going to do a 10-minute interview. And there's going to be several steps along the way that we will talk about. You'll have to turn in a cover letter and resume. There's a recruiter worksheet that you'll have to submit, as well as your interview guide of all the questions that you've come up with. So those will be turned in separate assignments in the upcoming weeks, and we'll talk about that moving forward. So then after that, the next big project is the informational interview. So the informational interview is a really fun and awesome opportunity for you to go out and interview a person who's already working in your career field. And you can shoot for the stars. You can interview a CEO or a business owner. You can interview someone who just got their position. It's whoever that you can get in contact with and schedule an interview with them. And you're going to be doing this project on your own. So you're interviewing this person to get career advice and tips of the trade. How do I get to the point that you are at right now? Or maybe the interview is based around, do I really want to go into this career field? So it's an awesome opportunity. I've had students in the past tell me that they got so much from it. And I've had students interview some really cool people. I had a student once last semester who was trying to become a reporter, and she actually got an interview with the top Milwaukee Bucks reporter, which I thought was so cool. I was so happy for her. Okay, so that is the informational interview that comes after the employment interview. So that'll be, again, around the middle of the semester. We'll talk more about that later. And then the biggest project that you have is the very final project at the end of the semester, and it is a group survey project. So you will be placed in a group of 3 to 4 other students, and you'll be required to communicate with them weekly to devise a survey project for the Milwaukee community. So you and your group are going to pick an issue around the Milwaukee community, and then you're going to create a survey to learn more about that issue and how the public perceives it. So it can range from mental health to poverty to something with the environment. It can have something to do with crime. It can have something to do with sports, education. Whatever your group decides on that's a relevant Milwaukee community issue, you can pick that topic. Then you're going to do research on that topic, and you're going to come up with a whole survey. So the beauty of this project is that you are developing research skills not only with qualitative interviewing, but also with quantitative research. So you're going to be getting quantitative data in the form of numbers, graphs, and charts, and you're going to be able to report that back to us and tell us a story about what did you learn about this topic and how could you maybe help solve the community issue based on the research that you gathered. So that is the group survey project. We'll be assigning groups way later in the semester, but we'll be talking about that in the next coming weeks. And then finally, we have a final exam worth 150 points. So the exam is online. It'll be week 16, which is finals week, and you'll have a whole week to open up the exam and do it. Now, you only have one attempt for that exam, so you want to make sure that you have good Wi-Fi and all that, but the exam is multiple choice, fill in the blank, and then there's 2 essay questions. So throughout the semester, I will be reminding you guys of very important concepts to remember for that final exam. In all, the class is worth 1,000 points. So that is a brief overview of the assignments. If you want to read a more full description, you can turn to the syllabus to learn a little bit more. Moving forward, the main thing that we want to focus on right now would be that professional development activity and the employment interview. So those are the first 2 major assignments that we have coming up. Some final reminders for the class. So again, Please remember to order your textbook. They do have a copy of it in the library, so technically, if you wanted to, you could just scan all the pages that you need for the whole semester and never order a book, but that is time consuming. So you will need the book for next week. You have a quiz on chapter 1. I do know that on Amazon, on the 16th edition of the book, they give a preview of the full first chapter. So if you did order your book and it's not here yet, you can still take the chapter 1 quiz and read chapter 1 because the whole thing is free online on Amazon. So you can click the link in the announcement that I posted to see that. Your first homework activity, as I said, is due this Friday by 11:59 p.m. It's very simple. I'm just asking a couple questions like, what's your name? What do you like to be called? Where are you from? Why are you taking this class? That sort of thing. Your first quiz on chapter 1 is due next week on Wednesday. I will be posting that this before Friday, of course. And your second homework activity is also due next week on Friday. And basically, I just want to see your LinkedIn page. So if you already have one, great. But I'm going to have certain instructions for that. So maybe you need to update your LinkedIn page a little bit. But I'll post more about that next week. So you can get started on your LinkedIn page, upload a biography and a photo, and you've already got 2 of the steps done for that. So other than that, I have nothing more to say, except if you need to get in contact with me, again, please email me at montgo84@uwm.edu, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the semester and getting to work with all of you. Bye, everyone.